Have you ever stood up for just a moment, maybe to grab something quickly, and when you come back, your dog is sitting exactly where you were? Welcome to Canine Insight. If you want to understand your dog's hidden behaviors like this and what they truly mean, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now, because some of these signs might completely change the way you see your dog. A study conducted by Gregory Burns at Emory University used MRI scans to observe dogs' brain activity, and the results were fascinating. When dogs were exposed to their owner's scent, the reward center of their brain, the same area linked to pleasure and positive emotions, became highly active. This suggests that your scent doesn't just remind your dog of you. It actually makes them feel safe, calm, and happy on a neurological level. Not somewhere close, not randomly, your exact spot. And they look completely relaxed, like they've been there the whole time. Most people laugh at this or brush it off as a funny habit, but almost no one stops to think about what it really means. Because the truth is, this behavior isn't random at all. When your dog takes your seat, they're not just being playful or sneaky, they're actually trying to communicate something important. And once you understand the meaning behind it, you'll start seeing your dog in a completely different way. Number 1. They feel safe with your scent. Dogs rely on their sense of smell far more than anything else. While we see the world visually, dogs experience it through scent, and your scent is one of the most powerful and meaningful things in their life. When you sit somewhere, your scent naturally transfers to that spot, creating a space that feels familiar and safe to your dog. So when they move into your seat, they're not just choosing a place to rest, they're choosing to surround themselves with something that represents you. It's comforting to them in a very deep and instinctive way. This is especially true for dogs that are strongly attached to their owners, because your scent actually helps regulate their emotions and reduces anxiety. In a way, your dog is using your spot as a source of reassurance. It's their way of staying close to you, even when you're not physically there, which makes this behavior less about the seat itself and more about the emotional connection they feel with you. Number 2. They see you as their leader. In a dog's natural mindset, space carries meaning. Where someone sits or rests can reflect their role within a group, and your dog is always observing and learning from you. However, when your dog takes your seat, it's often misunderstood as a sign of dominance, when in reality, it's usually the opposite. Your dog sees you as an important figure in their life, someone they rely on for safety, guidance, and comfort. By sitting where you were, they're not trying to replace you or challenge you, but rather connect with your presence in a symbolic way. It's similar to how someone might hold on to an object that reminds them of a person they care about. Your dog feels closer to you by being in your place. It's a quiet expression of how much they value your role in their life, and instead of being a power move, it's often a sign of respect, attachment, and emotional closeness. Number 3. They're seeking warmth and physical comfort. There's also a very simple and practical reason behind this behavior that shouldn't be ignored. When you get up from your seat, you leave behind warmth and a perfectly shaped spot that's soft and inviting. For a dog, this is incredibly appealing because they naturally seek out warm and comfortable places to rest. In the wild, warmth was associated with safety and survival, so this instinct still exists even in domesticated dogs. But what makes your seat even more attractive is that it combines physical comfort with your scent. It's not just warm, it feels like you. That combination makes it one of the most desirable places in the entire environment. So while it might look like a simple comfort choice on the surface, it's actually layered with both physical and emotional reasons, which is why your dog keeps coming back to the same spot again and again. Number 4. They miss you even in small moments. One of the most emotional reasons behind this behavior is that your dog simply misses you, even if you've only stepped away for a short time. Dogs live very much in the present moment, and they don't perceive time the way humans do. Even a brief absence can feel significant to them, especially if they are strongly bonded with you. So when you leave your seat, your dog may move into it almost immediately as a way to stay connected. It's not really about taking your place, it's about filling the space you left behind. Being in your spot allows them to feel closer to you, even when you're not there. This behavior is often seen in dogs that follow their owners from room to room or prefer to stay near them at all times. It reflects a deep emotional attachment, and rather than being a sign of neediness, it's actually a sign of trust and connection. Your dog feels secure with you, and when you're gone, they seek out anything that helps recreate that feeling. Number 5. It's a deep sign of affection and bonding. Dogs express love in ways that are very different from humans, and many of their behaviors may seem small or insignificant until you understand what they represent. Taking your seat is one of those subtle but meaningful actions. When your dog lies where you were, their scent mixes with yours, and in the animal world, this is an important form of bonding. Scent sharing helps create a sense of unity and belonging, almost like forming a shared identity. It's your dog's way of strengthening the connection between you. This is also why dogs are drawn to your clothes, your bed, or anything that carries your scent. They're not just looking for comfort, they're reinforcing the emotional bond they have with you. So when your dog takes your seat, it's not just a habit or coincidence. It's a quiet, instinctive way of expressing affection and maintaining closeness with you on a deeper level. Number 6. They might be protecting your space. In some cases, your dog taking your seat can also be linked to their natural protective instincts. Dogs are highly aware of their environment, and they often take on the role of watching over the things that matter to them. Since you are the most important part of their world, anything associated with you, including your seat, can feel significant. By sitting there, your dog may be positioning themselves in a place where they can observe their surroundings while staying connected to you. This doesn't always mean they are guarding in an aggressive way. Often, it's calm and instinctive, more about awareness than action. You might notice your dog sitting in your spot while quietly watching the room or reacting when someone approaches. From their perspective, they are simply keeping an eye on things. It's a subtle expression of loyalty, where your dog feels a responsibility to stay close to what belongs to you and ensure everything is safe. Number 7. It can become a learned habit over time. While many of these reasons are emotional and instinctive, there is also a behavioral aspect to consider. Dogs learn quickly from experience, and if a behavior consistently leads to comfort or positive feelings, they are likely to repeat it. If your dog has taken your seat before and found it warm, safe, and relaxing, that experience becomes something they want again. Over time, it turns into a habit. Each time you get up, your dog automatically moves into your spot because they've learned that it's a rewarding place to be. Even though it may look like a simple routine, it's still rooted in the same core reasons: comfort, familiarity, and your scent. So even when it becomes a habit, it's not meaningless. It's built on the things your dog values most, which is why the behavior continues so consistently. So the next time you get up and come back to find your dog sitting in your spot, take a moment before you react. What looks like a small, harmless habit is actually filled with meaning. Your dog isn't trying to take your place or annoy you. They're trying to feel close to you, to stay connected, and to surround themselves with something that makes them feel safe. It's a quiet kind of communication, one that doesn't use words, but says a lot more than we often notice. And once you begin to understand these little behaviors, you start to realize just how deeply your dog is connected to you in ways you may have never thought about before. If you want to keep learning what your dog is really trying to tell you every single day, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't miss the next video, because some of the most common dog behaviors actually carry meanings that can completely change how you see your pet forever.